Having got an idea about Google Colab, let's see how we will use Colab in our learning as part of this course. This also gives me an opportunity to introduce you to the class website and the class, let's say the structure of the website. In fact, this part does not change much. So like earlier, everything that we do happens from our website, which is www.wibyte.in. You can navigate to the right page through the course materials. So go to Algorithms and Olympiad track. This is level 1. When you scroll down, the structure is retained as earlier. You get into the projects area. For every project, there are two sides. The left side is a class, let's say the class, material, which, will populate the videos. There are notes. There is this notebook called the class project. We'll talk about this in a moment. And there is this another notebook, very, very important, which is the activity and the marking criteria. So let's just understand, like I said, let's see how we are using Colab as far as we are concerned in this course. Now, starting from the left side, first we have the class notes. Now, this is in fact exactly like earlier. These are slides quite carefully done, quite detailed for you to look at when you, for example, study through the class material. Next, we have the class project. Now, this is a Colab web, notebook, which means that, I can open this. So let's say I open this in a new tab. Now, notice that I am opening this from a different Google account, which means this is same as, let's say, some other student opening it. Now, the way to look at this, that this is the code that went along with the class notes. So class notes, we have concepts, lots of concepts, but we also have codes. Those codes are available for you over here. Now, the best part is that you can also run this code without doing anything else. So let me just demonstrate that to you. Let's say I change this a little bit. I just say, okay, look, 1009 because I want the code to run fast. When I click run, it tells me, look, this was authored by vineet@wibyte.gmail.com. That's my other account. So I can just go and say, well, run this. Yeah. So because, you trust this, right? It ran, and in fact, the result is available to you. So you can run this code. You can in fact play with this. You can tinker with this. However, remember, these changes are not yet getting saved in the drive because you do not have the edit permissions on, let's say, this workbook, which is perfectly fine. In case you want to, let's say, change something, you want to edit something, you can always make a copy to your own Google Drive, after which you can change this. Now, this is what we will do in the homework worksheet, homework notebook, which brings me to the second side of the right side of, let's say, the structure. Again, this part is very familiar to us. The right side is also a Google Colab notebook. You would open this. Now, once again, this is a Colab notebook where we have added text as well as, let's say, the homework itself, right? So there are some sections here. I've kind of organized it a bit more cleanly. Basically, there are questions that you must answer. So instructions are given here. Once again, remember, even though you can work on this right here, you won't be able to save it unless you copy to OneDrive. So we will have a separate video telling you how you should submit your homework. But the idea is the same, that look, this sheet is your homework. You'll write your code over here. There are some more descriptive questions. And then there are, let's say, other problems that you can add. So if you want to solve more problems, as is allowed by the bonus ideas, you can always put more code or, let's say, more text, right? So very flexible. So this is basically how we will, let's say, use Colab. So to summarize, basically for every project, I anticipate at least one notebook, which is the class project. You can access it from here, and at least one notebook, which is the homework or the marking criteria. To go along with this are the class notes, and in future we'll provide you videos for, let's say, class material, as well as also the enhancement idea. So this way everything is connected, and I think it's a fairly, let's say, scalable, robust infrastructure with which we can all move forward. On that note, let me end with my favorite message: forever enjoy coding. Cheers.